everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I'm going to show you how to make some fast and easy caramel apple donut holes. And I'm going to be using my refrigerated biscuit dough again. I've shown you how to make donuts in the past with these, and we're going to make donut holes. So I'm just taking each biscuit, and I've got my oil heating up on the pan, or in the pan on the stove. And we're going to roll these, and I'm just going to make a couple for right now so I can show you. And I'm just rolling each individual biscuit. I want that oil to get hot. I've been heating it up for a few minutes now. And I'm just going to make you one little appetizer plate. These are fun for you to make for like a brunch or for a sleepover, slumber party. All the holidays coming, just something fun, and all it requires is some refrigerator biscuit dough, some cinnamon sugar pumpkin pie spice, some caramel sauce, and an apple. So we have our dough. Let's make sure it's hot, and it is. We're going to stick those in there and let those start sizzling away. And you want to make sure you have some tongs handy. And while those start to sizzle, I'm actually going to cut up my apple. And I'm just going to cut little squares of it. And I know I'm going to make this nice and fattening, and I'll show you two versions. There's actually more than two versions, but I'm going to just show you two today. But go ahead and go out there and, you know, do it the way you want to do it. So you're going to go ahead, and you can see how nice and crisp and golden brown those are. We just literally flipped them over. These cook really, really quick. And I just kind of turn them on all sides so that we can make sure that everything's all cooked. You want to make sure that that dough gets cooked on the inside, and it does cook fairly quick. And they just become this nice pillow of golden deliciousness that you just won't believe. Okay, so we're just going to keep flipping them. I chunked up a part of an apple here. So go ahead and just keep flipping those. I want that to cook a little bit more. This one's just about done. These little pillows are done. So we're going to go ahead as they're cooked, and we're going to stick them right onto a paper towel. But you want to make sure that they're cooked. I have this on like a medium heat, because I don't want them to cook too quickly, but I want them, you know, to be done inside and nice and brown. Okay, so let's stick those on there and drain some of that grease out. Now, do not turn your oil off. I have a surprise for you here. We're going to go ahead and stick our apples in that hot grease just for a second. And we're going to deep fry our apples with, ooh, I'm burning myself though, with nothing on them. And while these cool off and get the grease off, we are going to actually douse them with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. And this is just a grinder that I have. Okay. And we're going to transfer these onto a separate plate. And you can kind of pile them together. Now, obviously, the second version of this is that you do not have to deep fry your apples or fry them in the grease. Go ahead and just add some nice raw diced apple that's fresh and crunchy, and then you don't have, ooh, it's gonna pop at me. Be careful for the popping. I needed to turn the grease down a little bit before I did this. All right, so all we're gonna do now is we just let those fry for a minute. I've got some cinnamon sugar left on here from putting it onto the donuts, the donut holes. And this basically just cooked our apples for us. But like I said, if you want to be a little bit on the healthier version, go ahead and just dice up those fresh apples and stick them right on top. Dice them a little bit smaller than the chunks that I did, so that you can get, you know, some in every bite. All right, so I went ahead and I put a cinnamon sugar mixture over my apples as well. Okay, and what I might do is actually cut these a little bit smaller, but they have a nice crunchy texture to them still. You can hear it crunching. And they're just nice and warm, and it only took a minute to do that. Now, no one said this is healthy, This is for special occasions only, not an everyday meal, not an everyday snack. Just something when you've got that sweet tooth and you need a dessert 911 or a breakfast 911 or a treat 911, and you have these ingredients in your home. So what we're going to do now is we are going to go ahead and drizzle. We're going to kind of pile them together as best as we can. And we're going to take our caramel sauce. Now you can use jarred caramel sauce. This is some caramel sauce that I still have left over in a tube. But you can use jarred caramel sauce, or you can use just the syrup, the one that's like the Hershey syrup. But the ones in the jar are a little bit thicker, and I think that that's one that I would prefer you use. Either that or make your own homemade caramel. You can do that as well. One of these days I'll do a video on that. Alright, so we're going to drizzle that caramel sauce right onto our donut holes. We're going to take those fried apples that we just did, and we're going to just kind of pile them onto those donut holes. This is more of a dessert than it is breakfast, but it's a yummy dessert. You can make these and actually serve them with some nice vanilla bean ice cream, and it would be such a good dessert. So kind of pile those apples on there, and like I said, do some fresh apples if you like. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do one more small drizzle of the caramel sauce over the apples so that they get a little bit as well. Don't want to leave anybody out. And then I'm going to take a dash of my pumpkin pie spice. And I'm going to do it in my hand so I don't get too much out. And I'm going to just drizzle that over the top of this. And there you go. You have a nice, yummy, quick, fun, fabulous dessert or brunch or breakfast item. Again, eat it in moderation. This is not a healthy one. Just because it has apples doesn't mean it's healthy, but it is definitely delicious. And people are going to think that you spent so much time creating your own dough and everything, and you actually did it with refrigerator biscuit dough. And I just buy the generic brand, and you get them in a pack of 4, and you've got enough dessert for a group of people because there's 10 biscuits per container. Probably only need maybe 2 apples and you have a huge dessert. So anyway, like I said, serve this with some nice vanilla bean ice cream and go to town on this yummy dessert and serve it in a special platter, special plates, and make it look extra fancy. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I sure enjoyed creating this. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and I would love for you to share this on your Facebook page with your friends and family. And please join my Facebook page, Jus4SweetZ. Until next time, next video, God bless.